President, as much as we are environmental friendly, if we've not provided the alternative, it would be inhuman to tax the only option that we have. And that is what we say, that we suspend it. So pending the time we have alternative for the other use of all these plastics. So it is the view of Mr. President that it should not be a good representation that you've not provided the alternative and then we start from imposing the taxes. And then it's wisdom. That is why we have to suspend this for now.
Thank you, Mr. Zach. As a corollary to that, you all recall that at an interactive engagement a while ago, the President, on climate change issues, the President did use an analogy to explain the issue. Yes, he is for climate change, by all means. This government is for climate change. However, we must contextualize the imperative of climate change vis-a-vis our own peculiarities. This is Africa. Have we ever analyzed how much of our contribution to global warming, to now impose on us the onerous responsibility of reducing global warming through climate change dynamics? And what does all this mean? The developed society is telling us that we must reduce global warming, there must be climate change activities and stuff like that, and mechanisms must be put in place, either through our industries, reduce carbon emission and stuff like that. However, when you look at the component of pollution, global pollution, those developed societies are the ones contributing about 97% to global pollution. And Africa contributes only 3% to global pollution. And you are now saying we should assume, hook, line, and sinker, the rhetoric of reducing global pollution by imposing on ourselves very strenuous, putting our necks in a straitjacket, when we do not contribute so significantly to that problem. So, as we are creations of human beings, they say are creations of emotions, not of logic. But some of us are creations of logic. So, logically, a logical deduction of the issue is that those who contribute 97% to global pollution should also make 97% contribution to its reduction. So that is the argument of Mr. President, that you cannot say, for instance, we use our grandmothers and grandfathers use firewood to cook in their villages, in their hamlets. The president asked, how would he go and ask the average grandmother in the village to stop using firewood to cook when we haven't even got the gas spread or distribution or other technical methods of cooking spread all over the country? Are we now going to stop our people from cooking simply because we want to reduce global warming? That is the kernel of the issue. That's why now, for now, here, plastics, we use plastics for sundry things, water and all of that. But if you look at the global consumption or usage of plastic, our own contribution is still so infinitesimal as to impose on ourselves that harrowing tax, which also contributes to inflation, rising cost of goods and services with this multiplicity of effects and job creation. Now, if a child is still crawling, you don't begin to put the child on a racetrack. You have to allow the child to crawl and start walking and start running before you can put him on a racetrack. Those guys in the developed societies are already on a racetrack. in terms of technological development, and in terms of the pollution of the global environment. We cannot share, we do not share the resources and the global money, the quantum of money available in the global financial system. We don't share them equally. And you want us to share the problems equally. It's not logical. Oh, you didn't. I said our contribution to global pollution should be commensurate with our own contribution to its reduction. That's the logic. We are not suspending that, but you don't expect us to carry the can when we make very, very negligible contribution to the global problem of climate change. Let those who carry the global, yes, let them contribute more. We contribute our own quota of 3%.